tous d'être venus. On est ici pour le deuxième anniversaire de la commémoration de la Grande Marche à Washington. Donc là, on est le chapitre parisien de la Women's March. On est très fiers d'en faire partie, on est très fiers d'être ici aujourd'hui. Thank you all for coming. I'll switch into English in a few minutes. Du coup, aujourd'hui, le thème, c'est vraiment se battre contre les violences faites aux femmes en général. Que ce soit des violences physiques, psychologiques, que ce soit au niveau sociétal, au niveau de l'accès aux soins, de la justice, etc. Donc voilà, on est là pour montrer notre soutien. On est ici aujourd'hui tous ensemble, donc avec mes co-organisatrices qui sont ici derrière la banderole. Merci à toutes et à tous d'être venus pour votre soutien. Retweeter, n'hésitez pas à partager autour de vous ces idées, elles sont là pour rester. On veut que ça reste dans les mémoires de tout le monde et on veut aussi s'intégrer très localement. C'est un groupe américain, mais ici on est en France, on a aussi des problèmes en France et c'est important qu'on se batte tous pour la même chose. Voilà, et donc voilà, on ne va pas dire autre chose pour le moment. Simplement, à 14h30, je pense qu'on va faire juste une grosse minute de silence. On va aussi peut-être le faire à 15h en fonction du monde qui arrive, etc. Et on voudrait que ce soit filmé et diffusé, donc merci de vous joindre à nous. On a tous mis des brassards noirs pour porter le deuil, il y en a encore un petit peu si vous voulez auprès d'Olivier, et pour porter le deuil de toutes ces femmes qui sont agressées, violées et tuées aujourd'hui encore dans le monde et en France aussi. Bon, merci. Du coup, in English, in a few words, thank you all for coming. This is very important to us that you're all with us. Thanks for showing your support. Thanks for being present. We're fighting violence against women in general, and women and non-binary people, because this is important to us that we have different categories of people who are oppressed, and we are intersectional. We want to make sure that everybody's covered and that all the fights are they're all interested to us. So thank you all for sharing these ideas and this event with us. This is the second anniversary of the march in Washington. So if you have any questions, please come see us. Please join us. We need volunteers. We need forces. We're always happy to share our medium, our ideas. So don't hesitate to share them on Twitter, on social media. This is always good for everybody, and our ideas are here to stay. We're fighting for women's rights and against violence against women. So thank you again, and let's all gather forces for a minute of silence at 2:30 all together to make a statement to the world. Thanks. Thank you.
We are here as women who are abused, but we're also here as Democrats Abroad. Democrats Abroad is the international state chapter of Democrats in the United States. We do a lot of things, but today we are here to push forward the Equal Rights Amendment to amend the U.S. Constitution to give women equal rights, because as of today, we don't have them. Now, there's a bunch of us here who have a petition. If you're a U.S. passport holder or a U.S. citizen in any other way, please sign the petition. We're sending it to the Speaker of the House in Virginia because he is holding up the Virginia ratification by refusing to put it to a vote. Ada, where are you? Ada? Ada?
She's hiding.
There's a woman over there that has the petition. All we need is your name, today's date, the state where you are registered to vote.
Yes.
And, there. Thank you.
It's Mimi.
And when you're finished, we're going to send it to Virginia. And while I'm on the subject of registered to vote, we are also registering people to vote. Ada,
Yep.
with the American flag, will help you make come visit us. You can join. It's free. We'll send you emails if you want to receive them. If you don't want to receive them, you won't get them. We're not here to hassle you. We're here to get our country back on track. Woo!
Say that we only need one more state to ratify the ERA for to go to Congress. Okay? One more state.
One more state. 37 have passed. We need 38 to get an amendment to the U.S. Constitution. The current battleground is Virginia. It will then be moving to Arizona,
Minnesota,
Missouri. Yeah, Missouri. And some of us from the East Coast can't get our states straight, but that's okay. Forgive us. It's alldemocratsabroad.org, Women's Caucus. You'll get all the information. So help us get back our rights. Thank you. Yay! Yay! Thank you.
Let's do 3 minutes.
It used to be when I first came here, there wasn't.
The rally today is being held by Democrats Abroad France, Women's Caucus, as well as the French chapter of the Global Women's March. The purpose of our rally is twofold. One is to protest against violence against women, which is an ongoing theme and which will hopefully stop someday. And the second theme is to support the ratification of the Equal Rights Amendment, which has now been ratified by 37 states. We only need one more state to ratify it and give women equal rights in the U.S. Constitution. I think in movements of this sort, things move, it's 2 steps forward, 1 step backward. 2 steps forward, 1 step backward. We're never going to go back to the 17th century when women were chattels and belonged to their husbands. Hopefully we won't. But I think that it's going to take generations to change the attitude of the patriarchy towards women and their rights and why they should not be harassed and raped and hit.
You know, change never quite looks like change. Change comes about in a very funny way. You have change, radical change, revolutionary change even, and then there are steps backwards. It looks like it's pulling backwards, but it never really goes back to where it started. So this time, yes, I think the change this time is enormous. As far as women, what they feel about their bodies, what they feel about what means yes and what means no, about what consent is, all of these notions have changed so radically right now in all societies, in France, but in the United States, very, very much so. There are books being written, there are cases going in front of the courts, the Equal Rights Amendment might come back. So yes, that kind of change, I think that we have seen something monumental. And it's funny that it took somebody like Donald Trump to get that change started, but there you are. Nancy Pelosi a lot, but she never had the backing of the kind of women in the Congress that we have now. We have elected a new kind of woman, younger, more progressive, ready to take risks, and ready to actually fight against some of the men in Congress. So this, I think, is going to give Nancy Pelosi all the more power that she needs. She's finally got behind her women who are as strong as she is.
Absolutely, and I think that was witnessed by the midterm elections when we had many new women, many women period, come into the House. It's thanks to the women that the Democrats took control of the House. I think Nancy Pelosi is a model for us all, and I think it is pitiful that there are only 13 or 15, 17% of women in the U.S. Congress. I think we need to get that up to what we represent in the population, which is 51%. Thank you.
Let's hope so. Let's not put too much of a burden on the shoulders of women, because it's too easy to fall when you're being built up that way. But I do believe, I do believe that women, there's an element that women are going to bring to the world that we haven't seen before. And it's happening now.